Jogja, a special city that is never boring to visit. Every year there are millions of tourists who come to visit this province of Yogyakarta. I am sure, even though people already 3 times visiting, they still have a desire to return and visit this city full of nostalgia. So the question is, why is Jogja so special in the eyes of tourists, especially as a favorite destination for local and foreign tourists? And also, why does Jogja not bore people even though they have visited there many times? Here is 6 factors that make Jogja a tourist destination that never gets boring. The first factor is the geography. It is unthinkable that the geography of Jogja is very strategic. Imagine being in the middle of the densest island in Indonesia, namely the island of Java, which has approximately 154 million inhabitants, or 56% of the total population of Indonesia, is on the island of Java. This makes Jogja very easy to access by most Indonesian residents. Because the location is very strategic, there are many ways to go to Jogja. You can use trains, public buses, private vehicles, and even planes. Therefore, there is a lot of access to go to Jogja. The transportation costs tend to be cheaper than other areas. This is a very positive thing, because tourists have many transportation options that can be adjusted to their budget. In addition, the geographical location of Jogja is very complete for tourism. In Yogyakarta, there is Mount Merapi, which is still active with an amazing view. Mount Merapi has become a popular destination for hikers and tourists. Some activities that can be done around this mountain include hiking, offers spectacular views, especially at sunrise. Kaliadam, a tourist spot that offers a direct view of the mountain peak and the lava flow trails from previous eruptions. Merapi Volcano Museum provides information about volcanic activity and eruption history. Merapi Lava Tour, a tour using a 4WD Jeep to explore areas affected by the eruption. Meanwhile, in the south of Jogja, it also has a long coastline. There is Parangtritis Beach, Sepanjang Beach, Wadu Balong, and many more. This gives a wide variety of tourist destinations for tourists visiting Jogja. In short, the geographical location of Jogja is very perfect. The second factor, namely the history of Jogja. Maybe we all know that Jogja is rich in history. Starting from the history of the Kingdom of the Old Days and its Sultanate, the history of the Independence War, to the history of Jogja, which once became the capital of Indonesia in 1946 to 1949. Therefore, Jogja has a lot of cultural sites, historical sites, and historical sites that we can still visit to this day, starting from historical buildings such as Shandy, the Royal Palace or Kraton, to other buildings. A little fact, Shandy Borobudur is not in Jogja literally, but in the Magelang area of central Java. But it cannot be denied that many tourists who come to Jogja have plans to visit Shandy Borobudur, because the distance is close from Jogja. So it can be said that it is a tourist package. Because of its rich history, Jogja has become a very unique province. For example, it became a special area or special autonomy where the head of the area or governor came from the Sultanate. And the current governor of Jogja is Sri Sultan Hamengkubuwono X. Okay, let's move on to the third factor, namely the relatable or familiar factor. The meaning of relatable is that Jogja is probably very familiar to us, even though we have never visited there. Starting from the fact that we know the culture, history, and even the people that we may have studied at school or often heard on TV or seen in movies. So we won't be surprised to visit Jogja for the first time. This makes people who visit Jogja not feel intimidated. Because to be honest, sometimes there are tourist areas that make us intimidated before we go there. Which makes us wonder, am I suitable to go there? Do I look different if I go to that area? And so on. Whereas in Jogja, all those insecurities are gone as soon as we visit our own home. The relatable of Jogja is also related to the lifestyle of the people there, which is easy to get used to Their culinary is very familiar. Even the culture and language are familiar to all of us, especially domestic tourists. And most importantly, we will be very easy to get along with the local people and also easily accepted. Basically, if we go to Jogja, we will feel déjà vu and full of nostalgia, even though it's our first time there. This relatable feeling is hard to explain, but I'm sure many of you have experienced it when visiting Jogja. The fourth factor is the fact that Jogja is cheap. Jogja has always been famous for its cheapness, starting from cheap food, cheap accommodation, and a very low-budget lifestyle. Indeed, if you want to live luxuriously like a sultan, you can also do it in Jogja, but it can't be denied that Jogja offers many options for a low-budget lifestyle, for backpackers or those of you who have very little money. For example, in Jogja, you can still eat with a budget of less than 10,000 rupiah, such as eating at Angkringan, nasi kucing, nasi pesel, bakmi, and so on. Or you can stay in an affordable accommodation. In short, there are a million ways to save money in Jogja. And we also know that Jogja's regional minimum wage is not too big compared to other regions. And Jogja is also known as a city of students, where the lifestyle there suits the students' pockets. So, this is a tip for you if you want to find cheap food in Jogja. Just find out where these students usually eat. And the fifth factor is art and culture. If we talk about art in Jogja, maybe there's no end to it. You can say that Jogja is the center of art in Indonesia. Starting from dance art, skin painting, batik, painting, music, to the architecture of its buildings. All art in Jogja has its own unique and elegant characteristics. Basically, if you step foot in Jogja for the first time, you can already feel the art and culture here as far as your eyes can see. And also because of Jogja as a city of students, where many students come to Jogja from all over Indonesia, making this art in Jogja develop, and mixed with the development of time, as well as art from other regions, which makes this art in Jogja even wider. So in Jogja, you can still enjoy the authentic art and culture, the old-fashioned, to the modern art that follows the development of time. And even this art and culture factor makes many tourists come to Jogja just for those things. And even the art in Jogja is very wide. Like the culinary example, the food in Jogja is also art, because the food in Jogja is a bit different, where Indonesian food is mostly oily, spicy, salty, while the food in Jogja is more dominant with sweet taste. Well, maybe that's an art too. And what I also like is the souvenir. The souvenir in Jogja is very creative, like the plates that are made directly and the statues. Basically, if you buy souvenir in Jogja, you'll feel that it's very unique. And the people who receive the souvenir will also know, oh, you're going to Jogja, right? Because the souvenir really describes Jogja. The last factor is the community factor. I don't think it's appropriate if we don't talk about the people of Jogja. The people of Jogja are known for being friendly, smiling, and kind. Some said, the people of Jogja are very humble. For example, the people of Jogja, if they show the way, they don't use their index finger, but they use their thumb, because they think it's more polite, and also when they talk, they mostly show a little respect, like bowing. From the experiences of some people who go to rural areas, the people there are really friendly and they feel like family. Even though we've never met, they're foreigners. But for them, everyone is like their family. Those are the factors why people often go back and forth to Jogja, especially if you already have acquaintances there, have met, and become friends or family, you will definitely go back again. Because the community really makes you miss. That's what we can share on this channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. Hope it's useful. See you again in Jogja, Indonesia. Thank you, friends.